Hola, mi gente, and welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, queries, statements, or otherwise, we have multiple ways to be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those that need instant gratification, and the show's Twitter feed is @Skimpod. That is SKIMPOD. That's where I like to fight. For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. That's crunchy being spelled with a K, not a C, otherwise it would be shim. We're available via Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Spotify, and a partridge in a pear tree. And of course the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show. And a band plays on here at Skim, and to that end we provide you a podcast, a musical discussion podcast built on a hip-hop foundation, and you know what? It's dope. Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, your host, the Internet's Tayrell713, and me? Well, damn it, I'm the real ODP.
See, that one, that's a fine
I don't
bit
feel
of
the need
package.
to smell it since it's just Oreos.
I know, but
I am interested if it just smells like cream.
Protocol? What's protocol?
You can have anything in this world except cream.
One cookie is 110 calories.
where it's normally 2 is 180.
Yeah, so it's like 2/3 the calories of 2 cookies.
I got a Fitbit. I'm not counting the calories, but I'm doing the walking. 5,000 steps so far today. It's not a lot. I know.
That's about normal, man.
Yeah, it really is.
They you're supposed to do 30 in a day.
No.
30?
No.
1,000 steps? Are you crazy? Like my goal is only 10.
Then
Oh.
that's the national.
I feel better now.
I did 38,000 when I walked around New York for an entire day.
Oh, okay. So you need that entire day of walking to get to... I feel like this has to be put in the...
So we out here, you know what we doing.
If it's not ice cream, it shouldn't be this much.
It's a lot.
If an Oreo hit the stage, we got to see what's happening with it. And this is Oreo the Most Stuf.
The Most Stuf.
I got these.
Oreo, too much stuff.
I got these at Giant Eagle.
That's
for
the next one.
For a hot second, they was only at Rite Aid, but I got these at Giant Eagle. If you look at it, it kind of look like a single stuff.
What would you consider Giant Eagle to those who don't live in our area? Like Piggly Wiggly?
Publix for a good chunk of the Kroger's, Ralph's if you live out west.
Ralph's.
Yeah, so it looked like a double stuff on top of a single stuff. If you look at the edging of the way the cream is laid on this bad boy, I feel like they brought 2 assembly lines together to make this.
A lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, like when you look at it, you can literally see the crack.
Yeah.
Where they merged them together.
So I'm gonna just take a straight up bite.
So they didn't just like dollop a lot of cream on one. They just like combined 2 together. Mm-hmm. Well, I was trying to figure out what's going to need it. Where did they go from here? Since this is already the most, and Dan just already named it. Too much stuff.
I don't like that there's only one F.
No, I didn't notice that until just now.
That means they probably trademarked that name, and then the stuff inside Oreo is called Stuff. All right.
I don't recommend it. It's unnatural.
I gotta say, I think I was a little wrong. I thought
Tasty and milk.
It's not that it's bad.
It's Oreo with a lot
It's
of
just
cream.
I know that it's not good for me.
Oh yeah, this is awful. Don't eat these in bulk. Maybe just 2 of them, and you'll be all right.
Like you would think, 5 little Oreo cookies. I'm not killing myself. But then you look at it. That's 550 calories if you eat 5 of these things. People could put down 5 of these, no problem.
But it's just the cream, it's too much. It's too much.
Did you eat just the cream?
Well, that's the protocol, man.
Wow. I feel we'd
One
avoid it.
regular?
I feel we'd avoid it for
One
this
just the
particular one.
cream, one deconstructed and one dipped in milk.
Usually with the cream, though, we're doing it for the taste effect.
Yeah, because I need to know what the flavor is. That's just Oreo cream. I feel like that might get your tummy aching.
It might.
but the caveat to that is, how often do we have regular cream?
True.
We need
Sometimes you need to just go back and taste
a
it.
reset.
Yeah, I don't
That
think.
was resetted too much.
Yeah, I don't think we've had anything with regular cream in it.
Oh, that's Stays Crunchy Milk episode 285. My numbers is correct. Full House. It's your boy Tatum216.
I'm here.
Lunchbox 2099.
Sorry, I was chewing.
The real ODP.
I gotta stay away. I gotta get off that AM radio.
You been on AM radio?
Conversation we
Fighting with Travis Side on now, too?
Conversation we literally just had.
I did tweet at his show. He didn't respond back.
Your host, Internet 0713. I'm in the building.
I miss AM radio because it used to be WJMO. Classic soul hits from the 60s and 70s. Solid gold soul.
Now it's just all angry conservative radio.
And
Again,
even on 850, the Riz is. I remember when I stopped listening to radio, this motherfucker was talking about those emails. I'm like, okay, I can't listen to you no more.
Show?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
keep the sports out of politics. Your politics out of sports. That's what they swear all the time, right?
They're not delicious.
yeah.
It's like what they really mean to say is keep the thing I disagree with out of my face. Always.
But I'm gonna keep what I fuck with in your face.
Yep.
Always.
Exactly.
Welcome.
I mean, the point is like, I went to sports to get away from politics, and that's all I got was listening to him talking about
Those emails.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna dip another one. I don't know why.
Because they're good. And you can't knock the hustle.
it's a cookie.
Yeah. So, finally, we have all saw Enter the Spider-Verse.
Well, we gotta rate these cookies first, don't we?
Oh, yeah, I guess, you know what? Look, they're
It's an Oreo,
Oreos.
2.5.
3.5 because it is special. People have been dreaming about this part for a long time. People have been making these at home this whole goddamn time, shoving double stuff together. I gotta do it. You gotta.
No, man.
No,
You're out of
it's too
control,
much
man.
cream.
You're out of control.
This is like in Jurassic Park where they're like, we didn't stop to think if we should.
Hold on. You gotta take a picture of that, man. You just can't take that unignored.
That is gonna be the next good. That's gonna be the most stuff. Then after that, nothing but stuff.
All right.
Yeah, T reminded me of that old movie, and it's funny how your mind plays tricks on you. I thought Famous Amos let me backtrack a little bit. There's a movie called The Stuff. It's about it's like the Blob meets a dessert. In that, like, what happens? They eat the stuff and the stuff comes out of them. I don't know. It's supposed to be a confectionery.
Are you talking
drink.
about the meme I sent?
Oh, yeah. It's a movie called The Stuff. It's like a beef.
I've never heard of it until that meme.
All right.
Impossibly sweet. That is where you crossed over to too much stuff. Do it. Do it one time. You say you did it.
All right. I gotta look up the plot of this stuff.
All right. I'm gonna give it a solid 4. I did not try it outside of milk. I did not try the cream, but it was nice in milk.
It was. I'll give it that. Mm-hmm. I'll recant my 2.5. You get a 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.25 because I did enjoy the milk enough to have it twice.
3.5, man. It is unique. It's kind of special, which is kind of what we come to this shit for. And it tastes fine because it tastes like an Oreo. All right.
I'm not gonna go over the whole movie. I'm just gonna give a
General
quick synopsis.
synopsis.
Have you seen it before?
I saw it as a kid in bits and pieces, and I just like vaguely remember it. I thought Famous Amos, the cookie. Was it?
Magnate.
I was almost gonna say Cookie Pimp, but
Don't understand why you went with that, but okay.
his name is. He's Famous Amos, and
Was it true he was like a agent for musicians?
To Marvin Gaye.
you're right. Garrett Morris was Chocolate Chip, not Famous Amos was not in this movie. Okay, so a private detective invests a new consumer taste that's incredibly delicious and just possibly lethal. It doesn't have its own Wikipedia page, so that's all the description you're going to get, people.
The last thing I'll say about these cookies.
Oh, this is a Wikipedia page. Go ahead.
One thing that's good about Oreos and dessert is like you must get your cookie crumbs. I think this would be an excellent cookie to represent more of the cream when you're making a dessert with Oreo.
True. Made dope with like the cake pops or whatever, Oreo pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it was good. I thought the stuff was going to be overwhelming.
Yeah.
But yet again, I only ate one.
Probably a smart place to stop. Well, like I was saying, we all finally saw Enter the Spider-Verse.
Well, can I go over this movie first?
No.
It's a yogurt-like white substance bubbling out of the ground. The workers find it to be sweet and addictive, and they start eating it, and then it turns into nationwide craze. And then I'm trying to go fast. Actually, it's a living parasite and sentient organism that gradually takes over the brain and mutates those who eat it into bizarre zombie-like creatures.
Okay, for a quick dip off of this stuff, let's just say you're a worker. I assume we're mining.
Railroad workers.
Railroad workers. You come across something bubbling up from the ground.
Not going anywhere near my mouth.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay.
How did they get the?
You guys say that.
I'm just
but
asking.
All these people eating those Tide Pods would say different.
But what? Okay, wait. It's bubbling out of the
Or
ground.
licking frogs.
And it has a sweet smell. Like, that smells good.
It means I'm even less attracted to it. Because
People eating Tide Pods is just natural selection.
Yet again, the first person that whoever picked a peach off the tree could probably say the same thing too. Like,
Yeah, we eat fruit. We eat plants out of the ground. That's maybe
we saw
substance.
We saw Into the Spider-Verse. All of us managed to see it finally. I'm not even fucking with your conversation about this shit.
I thought you would.
I think they have a valid point. Like, someone has to be the first. It's not going to be me.
yeah,
Fair enough.
I thought you would appreciate the term cookie pimp.
No, pimps are terrible individuals when you think about it, bro. Everything about pimping is not a
but
good thing. We've heard it for too many years to think, oh man, pimping is so cool. Pimping is shitty, and that makes them shitty people.
Saturday Night Live had a sketch about a friendly pimp.
It ain't an easy life.
It was like John, the friendly pimp. I forget the sketch, and he was like, he's real nice to his hoes.
Dr. Detroit is a wonderful movie. At least from the aspect of a 7-year-old who's sitting last time I seen that movie.
I saw it when I was a kid too.
Well, twice in 2018 we got movies that
Tan is for the dough.
that seem to speak
Brown is for
to
the choco.
they seem to speak to underrepresented communities in the superhero genre. We got Black Panther at the beginning of the year. We wrapped the year up with Into the Spider-Verse. Finally, a Miles Morales movie. Though it was animated,
Finally.
it was expensive.
The character came out like 8 years ago, and the movie was in production 2 years ago.
Miles Morales, look up how old Miles Morales is. I feel like Miles Morales has been around.
2011. I read the whole Wikipedia page an hour and a half ago.
This shit is all fresh in his mind.
Okay, I'm gonna trust him.
That's what I'm saying. When he says finally, makes it seem like it's been like multiple decade-long struggle.
And I
It's
understand what
actually
he
been a
said.
multi-year circle because Down for Spider-Man was many a year ago. And
But Down for Spider-Man was probably what started Miles Morales. But yet again,
it's literally who they based the drawing on. His art is based on.
but if you're saying finally, like we get some more characters and representation of what originally
That I can agree with. But it was like the finding Miles Morales has his day.
I mean
like,
that.
That character came out in 2011. It just turned to 2019. We
And-
haven't even had a full decade.
and if I'm not mistaken,
Like Black Nick Fury's around the same age. He been in movies for a stretch here.
so
The father gonna stay in. I don't give a good goddamn. I'm on that.
I mean,
shit.
you do edit the show. We're not arguing that point.
Well, that Black Nick Fury was based off Samuel L. Jackson. He ain't got long to live. They had to get him in.
So, if I'm not mistaken, and you
That's
can,
gonna be a sad day.
you can correct me if I'm wrong, but
Rest in
originally
motherfucking peace.
they marked off every check they could with Miles Morales. Originally, I thought he was like a gay, Black, Hispanic, young teenager. So they hit like 4 all in one. Like check. We got it. And he's from like lower class Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He's
Like-
half black, half Puerto Rican, teenager from Brooklyn. So
I don't know. That's another thing I like. I like they specifically call that motherfucker Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
As opposed to like any kind of Latin. I'm not knocking any kind of Latin, but there is something to the specificity of who you are as a Latin individual, as a Puerto Rican
They
man.
got my kids excited to say, hey, this character, this Spider-Man's half Puerto Rican, just like you guys.
Yeah, it's like it speaks. I think it speaks volumes because when they like do a close up of him at the house eating some food, you know what I'm saying? It's rice and beans right there on the stove. I'm like, hell yeah, it's rice and beans, and they're like look real good too, it look delicious. But I'm like, I felt seen as fuck in that movie. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. I like that about that. I like when they were in that when they were underneath the subway. And what that motherfucker first thing you do, like all these Brooklyn niggas do, you gotta yell out Brooklyn because they can't help themselves. It's just in them as people. Every Brooklyn I've ever known from New York shout out their borough, but Brooklyn cats in particular who shout out their borough.
Our Brooklyn, Ohio guys like that.
No, oddly enough, seem
I would be.
Seem kind of embarrassing. They from Brooklyn, Ohio.
I saw the movie in the theater in Brooklyn yesterday.
Big ups.
But I legitimately cried twice in that movie.
All right, what parts? I meant to ask you
Yeah,
that.
I need you to explain because I know you're a crier, and I watched that movie thinking, okay, what would he have cried here for?
Don't be confused with a
wanna know
John
if I'm
Cryer
right.
fan.
The funeral of Peter Parker, going right into Stan Lee's cameo. I was feeling hurt already at the funeral of Peter Parker. I was like, wow. Then they went to Stan Lee's cameo, bawling. It was a done deal at that point. I was already on the edge, and that pushed me over.
I thought.
Were you on the airplane?
No, but it's just who I am. I've noticed, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this has been since I had kids that I get weepy at movies. It did not happen before this. I was always like, I would feel it, but after it post children, I'm weepy at movies, man.
Coco gets me every
You know
time.
what? Hold on, because Toy Story 3 definitely was pre-children.
Oh, I cried like a bitch
That was
during Toy
post.
Story 3.
Toy Story 3.
Three.
When did Toy Story 3 come out?
I'll look it up, but you
I
definitely
feel
had
like
kids already.
I feel like it's you already had kids,
Toy Story 3 was like 9-10 years ago.
which I haven't seen yet, by the way. So no spoiling. But I'm sure the toys are all right since they got a Toy Story
There's
4.
a big orgy scene at the end.
Well, Toy Story 3
2010.
There's
Okay.
a snake in my boot.
So definitely
And my
had
pants.
so at that point. But that one's real fucked up because I was in the theater with that one. It was a packed theater because we saw that like opening weekend. So there was a little kid on my side right here who was with his mama. I didn't even have my kids with me. They must have been with somebody who been probably with ODP and Mrs. ODP. And now that I consider it, and it's a little dude next to me, and I'm like sobbing, and I'm like having to try to keep it as low as I can, so I don't want to scare this little man next to me.
Yeah.
And I'm a crier in movies, and like I said, so what got me twice in Spider-Man was that scene, and when his uncle died, and his
Sounds
father,
right.
and his father sees him, and they're sitting outside the door, and he's talking, he's trying to explain to him Miles, and I'm like, again, one, I felt seen, two, I felt emotional. I love that movie, man. Like I said, I'm buying the most fancy version of that movie I can buy. I was telling Anthony, I'll buy some old 8K Future shit they don't even got yet. I will buy that movie. I will support them. The record, the soundtrack, all that. I fuck with it all the way up. I really, really love that movie. I love seeing it. I'm glad I got to see it with my kids, my family, and because I was about to go see it by my lonesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we just worked out. I had plenty of Regal Cinema credit, so 2 free tickets.
It was me and 2 random strangers in that theater watching that yesterday.
Well, when I went to go see it with my girlfriend and my 2 boys, and it was the first movie we made it all the way through together. We tried to see Incredibles 2 the first time, didn't work. But this time I had Sour Patch Kids on my side.
Does it hurt paying for a movie and then having to leave before it's over? I've only ever done that once in my life, and it's because I got sick.
I've done it before. Usually, it was like, oh, this movie sucks, and I mean, I'm trying to fuck after this, so.
Like, even to this day, I still don't know how that, like, Jay and Silent Bob's super groovy movie ends.
I don't know that one.
It was a cartoon.
It was a
one.
cartoon.
Yeah, I don't know that.
About 10 years ago.
Yeah, I missed
now.
like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, like at this point in my life, no, definitely. I've seen more movies by myself than with people in my life. So I've never had to, like, unless I didn't want to watch it myself.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, does it suck now? Like paying to go to a movie because you got like your girlfriend.
We don't pay for the boys when we go.
Oh,
they sit on our lap.
Not buying the kids tickets yet.
Kids tickets is fucking 20 cents less than ours. That doesn't make any sense.
But all right. So what I was saying though is like you pay for these tickets, and if it was just you and her, you're not leaving unless the movie's incredibly shitty. But now with kids, like, there's that possibility every time that, like, you might have to dip out.
Yeah. Well, the first time she paid. The second time I paid. The first time it didn't hurt that bad because she paid, maybe. But the second time is just like, I wanted it to work so bad. I wanted to see the movie super bad. And, like, I think the first time, it was more, both of them was like, didn't want to sit still and stuff. But I think Anthony is old enough to sit through a movie because we do it all the time at home. Like if it's something that interesting. He definitely wasn't wholeheartedly interested in this movie. He said he wanted to leave several times. He was scared, rightfully so, of some parts. And like at the end of it, he was like, "Oh, I like Miles Morales," Because like our whole thing was he identifies with Spider-Man. He knows a little bit about Spider-Ham, and he knows a little bit about Miles Morales. So like now it came full circle to him.
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was like these other ones, like the girl robot thing from the future.
Yeah.
I've seen that before, but I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I knew about Spider Noir. I knew about all of them going in the movie except
Is that the black
Penny
and white
Parker.
one?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about that one.
Yeah, I only knew about that from the video game. But
Man, that was a good role too. Nick Cage killed that, man.
that was Nick Cage.
We don't choose the ballroom,
Yeah.
we just choose the dance. I was like, hell yeah.
I ended up on Nick Cage's Wikipedia page today because of that.
Wow.
I didn't
that
know
was
about
Nick
all
Cage,
his
yeah.
tax evasion issues.
I thought the part where he's like, I burn matches down to my fingers
Just so I can feel anything.
just to
Yeah.
feel anything. And then the match went out before it hit his fingers, and he was like, oh disappointed.
Yeah, Nick Cage is one of those people who's like, I don't know where he went wrong. I don't know what happened. But I kind of miss him being in like mainstream movies.
He's a good actor. He's
He's
went
just over
crazy.
the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
People get tired of that shit, I suppose.
I don't
The
know.
Wicker Man, I think, is where it all went wrong.
I like that Kingpin visually. I didn't like Kingpin. That's not the voice I picture Kingpin having.
Like,
Yeah, I was
I
thinking
never
the same
think- I
thing.
never
He's more
think he-
sophisticated.
It was Liv
Elegant.
Schreiber.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think of him as
that wasn't a good choice.
A New Yorker, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's kind of the voice he had. I think of Kingpin as like a sophisticated uptown kind of guy. So
Yeah, because like everything about Kingpin is one, he's not that big.
yeah.
Like he's supposed to be like a man of extreme girth and stuff like that, but he's all muscle. He's
Yeah.
not fat. Then he's an aristocrat. He's not a
I mean, that Kingpin was strong, though, because he definitely,
He-
2-and KO'd
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
That
Yeah, he
that
put in a
Spider-Man
cheat
was
code.
already. That Spider-Man was kind of worn out at that point, though.
Yeah, fuck that. That's-
yeah.
Did we-
But
oh,
Kingpin's
spoiler
not,
alerts,
Kingpin's
by the way.
not a mutant or whatever, though. He's just a dude.
No, yeah, that's true. He's just the guy who works out.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, that kind of shit messes with my head. It's like, if you could just do that before, why you been fighting this motherfucker the whole time, and all of a sudden, I'm gonna put my fist in your chest and
Again.
you done.
But again,
He was buried.
He was compromised, buried under rubble and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When it's just man on man, it's like Spider-Man swinging and getting away, hitting with webs, hitting with stuff. It's like it's never that easy. You know what I'm saying? You can't just run up on my man. Like
Yeah, I mean, shit. Kingpin got beat in the end by a teenager who never fought anybody a day in his life.
That's true.
so.
Let's not find the flaws in this movie we love so much.
Don't
It was like Ray picking up the lightsaber at the end of Force Awakens. Like, oh, what does this do? Boom! I'm beating a guy who's been training for like 20 years now.
Damn it!
Yes, that happened in the movie. That nice thing.
Mahershala Ali as the Prowler was dope. My man
Omar Ty.
Brian Henry Tyree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian
yeah.
Henry
So
Tyree.
basically,
Not Omar Tyree, the book writer.
Paperboy from Atlanta.
Always getting paper, boy.
From Atlanta as Miles' dad. When he made him tell him he loved him. I know that's from the trailer, but I like that part. like you get on the microphone, like I love you. Like tell me you love me. I ain't leaving till you tell me you love me.
I don't watch too many trailers for it, so I didn't even know. I didn't know enough about Miles Morales to know his dad was a cop, so that was a surprise.
I was actually surprised by that. I was surprised that so they got Brian Tyree playing. I thought that would have been the uncle and not the dad.
Yeah.
God damn, let me say his name right. But he's an Oscar winner. Mahershala Ali is an Oscar winner. I was just like,
I literally thought of you because how many times you told us that you wouldn't kick it with your Uncle Chris. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So when I watched him go hang out with his uncle, I truly thought of you during that scene. That's why I was like, you gotta see this movie. I feel like he's gonna talk to you so much.
yeah, my Uncle Chris did take me to every movie I seen as a kid. I went with him, including Red Sonja, where he had a girlfriend named Cheryl that looked just like the villain in that movie, and we were all cracking up because I was like, bye Cheryl, but she fall down into the abyss. But yeah, every great movie I've seen, including
Spoiler for Red Sonja.
the original Transformers, the movie I seen with my Uncle Chris.
I saw it with my kids because I kind of in passing mentioned taking them to go see it, and
Kids never forget.
kids never forget.
That's true.
I stopped talking about it. They ask me like every week, when are we gonna go see Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse? When are we gonna see Spider-Verse? When are we gonna see? They keep calling it Spider-Verse, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take all three of them. I gotta be prepared to leave if they can't handle it. They were fine. My 3-year-old got a little fidgety, but he sat there for the most parts. You know, we saw it at a theater where like you can lift up the arm bar and if you want have snuggle up next to each other.
Basically make a couch.
So
Have a double seat.
So my little man, my 3-year-old, was snuggled up next to me. My daughter was next to me on the other side of an armrest.
Yeah.
My son was next to her. My 5-year-old son was next to her. He got scared during the prowler part, so I'm like, I kind of reached my hand over to hold his while he was watching it, but they loved it. And we're talking about the representation through Miles Morales, but we forget, like, there was also Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen, for sure.
My daughter was so hyped to see Spider-Gwen and keeps talking about Spider-Gwen ever since.
Yeah.
She painted her, she took some marker and, like, painted her face and her feet so she can be like Spider-Gwen.
You know they have those, like, those easy-to-read books, like, for that movie, if I'm not mistaken.
I should get a Spider-Gwen comic, I'm saying.
I mean, it wasn't even just that, though. I mean, like, there was the Penny Parker, then Doc Ock being a woman.
Oh, yeah, that surprised the shit out of me.
That surprised me, too.
And like, of course, I'm like, I don't think we intentionally ran away from that. It's just like we forget. Yeah, guess what? Sisters is doing it for
women
the
can be evil, too.
An ultimate Scorpion being an MS-13.
I think one interesting thing was...
What was going on with that, though? That was a choice.
One thing I find pretty interesting is how
unaware.
useless Tombstone is.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I
an
love
ugly
Tombstone.
dude, just an ugly dude holding guns. Does nothing else.
I know, I love Tombstone in the animated one from the 90s, but I think they reimagined him for that. He's nothing. He's supposed to be nothing like that in the comics.
Scorpion, and this one's like a Mexican cyborg guy.
Yeah.
I found, like...
He had tank treads?
A tank? Huh?
What did Scorpion have? Did he have, like, tank treads? Is that what his legs were?
I don't know.
I feel like he had tank treads, yeah.
So he was a gangbanger and he lost his legs and he's like...
I don't know the full story, but I know he's like Mexican. He's not like a New York criminal this time. He's like an actual Mexican dude.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, he was speaking in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
So
I was talking in Spanish back.
Nothing. Speaking in Spanish to his mom, but
and
like,
no subtitles.
But no subtitles is hype, man. It's like you got it from context, you just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Sorry, and I dig that, man.
I did find the linear between Doc Ock, the regular one, and the woman. She had like hippie dreads, and he has a bad haircut.
He got the bowl cut.
He got the bowl cut with the bang.
Yeah.
So
she reminded me of a teacher from Harry Potter, the one that like does fortunes and shit.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
did y'all see how woke Harry Potter is today?
What'd he do?
Well, the real dude, Daniel Radcliffe, he was like, you got to get that fucking MAGA hat out of your locker. I'm going with the Rams. I'm glad somebody brought that shit back up, man.
To my man Tom Brady.
Come to the cookout, Harry Potter. We got you.
Harry Potter invited to the cookout.
There's parallels between Trump and Tom Brady. Always with the woe is me, and no one believes in me, and everyone's rallying
Tom
against
Brady
me.
literally had a MAGA hat in his locker. Like
I know that.
But
I know that, and then I'm just like, I'm drawing these parallels.
I'm
right
not gonna
now.
say he's Trump. I'm gonna say he's Drake, because Drake is like on top of his game. So is Tom Brady. Like all Drake's raps is about how nobody believes in him and he believes in himself. Everybody believes in this. Both of these fucking dudes. Banging hot looking women. Both of them do that. But yeah, I'm still sad. Shit, get out of here, Drake. Get out of here, Tom Brady. You out here living your best life.
So the Patriots. Are you kidding me?
Is it Tom Brady, the Drake of the NFL?
Yeah.
Or Drake, the Tom Brady of hip hop?
I'm gonna go with more that Tom Brady is the Drake of NFL.
And the Asian show title, gentlemen. And we make it, and it makes it.
I'll
that
root for
easy.
Cookie Pimp.
You was really pushing for this cookie.
Cookie Pimp will be your alternate title on the website.
I think
Tan is for the dough, and brown is for the choco.
I kind of felt like the name of the episode should still be Harry Potter's invited to the cookout. But that's just me, though.
We'll work it all out there.
I think we will get more clicks off that. But people like, why is he invited to the cookout? Like, I listen to this fucking episode.
I was just drawing.
You give me a can, Skim.
I was just drawing the Brady Trump comparison because, like, not because of accomplishments, but because, like, they have all this going for them, but they act like they're overcoming the odds. Like, no, you're not overcoming the odds. You have the odds are in your favor.
It's like dudes who got everything want to feel oppressed. It's like, why do you want to feel oppressed? Just be happy with that you got it all.
Not to go back to the well again, but that's where like with Trump, his dad gave him stuff, money and stuff. With Tom Brady, he actually had to play football. He actually is good at something.
Okay.
That's why, like with Drake, I think it makes more sense because Drake can actually rap. He can actually play football. He is actually pretty good. But the fact is, he acts like he's still downtrodden. When this motherfucker have been to the Super Bowl almost more times than anybody.
Look, man.
No, more times than anybody.
Drake has spent more time in a wheelchair than anyone at this table. Okay?
That's true. That is true.
Wait, I was in a wheelchair for a little bit when I fucked my back up. Only in the
And you
hospital,
should
though.
be able to represent the struggle here.
I've definitely been in a wheelchair. They make you get in a wheelchair and take you out of the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
But I'm just saying, Drake spent a whole season in that bitch.
No, he was in that bitch for like 4 seasons.
There we go.
Yeah, hell, hey, he got me beat.
I remember.
Worked the wheelchair
Is it
shit.
Audrey or Aubrey? Aubrey.
And I remember those, like, see, my disconnect with Drake has always been like, I watched that show religiously, and like that'd be like y'all getting to know me. Then it's like, oh, did y'all know that Anthony used to do this? Like, no, Anthony did it. And like, yeah, but he did. Well, I don't know him like that. I don't know Anthony used to be a rapper or did this before. I know him as the guy who sits in front of me right now, not for a guy who was on Degrassi. So I can't like listen to him like, oh man, I'm so great and I'm having sex with all these women. No, you didn't, because in Degrassi, you couldn't get an erection. You had ED, remember? I watched that episode.
Oh man.
So, yeah, I can't. I'm still.
It just blurs the lines of life imitating art.
Yes.
Well, hey, Brooklyn is indeed in the house. Like I said, I was very happy to see that movie. I'm happy.
I honestly forgotten about going to see it until you texted me.
Yeah. Well, I figured. Well, I was like, because my man was off yesterday. I was like, hey,
The whole thing was, it was like it lined up. It was convenient.
Yeah, well,
I had bought a receiver from Best Buy on Saturday that I was only borrowing because mine broke and is in the shop. So, and I needed one for Sunday night. So I went to Best Buy on Saturday, bought one, took it home, very carefully took it out of the box and set it up. Then Monday, very carefully put it back in the box and took it back to Best Buy. And the Best Buy is like a minute drive from the movie theater. So I was like, well, shit, I got nothing else going on this afternoon. I'll go knock this out.
So I'm assuming you had it for the Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
right? So what happened in the? I don't know what happened, and I don't know your thoughts. I'm just curious.
Nothing crazy, really. The two people, the two Rumbles, because there's one for women and one for men. Both people who won were people who I thought were going to win. So it wasn't like any big surprise. Becky Lynch won the women's Royal Rumble.
Okay, I heard she's popular
And
now.
then Seth Rollins won the men's. I mean,
Nia Jax wrestled in both.
yeah.
And put people out in both. I thought it was pretty dope.
Yeah, Nia Jax, like, quote unquote, took out Rusev's wife. So that's how Becky Lynch got in the Rumble, because they needed someone to replace her. Because Becky Lynch actually had lost the title match earlier in the show.
Tapped out.
Yeah. So then she comes in and wins the Rumble. Then in the men's Rumble, R-Truth was supposed to be number 30. He comes out, he's like doing his rap shtick. And then Nia Jax comes up from behind him and just takes him out and then takes his place in the men's Rumble.
Oh.
Which is where I think the part of controversy comes in, because WWE the last few years has been having like a no men hitting women policy going on. So like she gets in the ring and she immediately takes out a dude who's been in the ring for like 20 minutes. Some like skinny Pakistani dude. And then she's like beating up Rey Mysterio.
Wow.
But then all of a sudden, like, she gets super kicked in the face by Dolph Ziggler, dude from Cleveland. And then she, like, catches a 619 from Rey Mysterio. And then Randy Orton RKO's her. And I'm thinking,
so she got the triple.
Yeah, she got
Got hit with 3 finishers.
Exactly. So I'm like, you went from, like, not hitting women to all of a sudden you just had her take 3 finishers in the span of a minute. I'm like, where do you go from here?
Making wrestling great again.
I really, like, because of course I've only gotten hip to her in the last few years watching it at my man's house.
I thought that was your wrestling crush.
She is my wrestling boo. I swear that. I know everybody else love like all the little skinny ones and all that stuff, but like my man Gabriel said, I got a sickness for the thickness, and I'm feeling old girl. And plus, I in general like watching her wrestle. She has a bit of the ballet
Shit, she
nature of women.
attacked Dean Ambrose on Raw last night.
What's the name of the one that's married to the Rock cousin? The African one.
Oh, Naomi?
Yeah.
Her real name's like Trinity something.
Sure.
Her real name Trinity and her wrestling name Naomi.
Yeah.
That's why.
That seems reversed.
Well, I guess, yeah, her real name is now Trinity Fatu.
Okay.
Yeah, she thick. Anywho, to bring it back to the movie, I need to know, I need a Sour Patch Kids on my side. You got 3 kids. What did you feed them during the movie?
Popcorn, just popcorn.
Oh shit, that was anticlimactic.
We did pack some snacks.
Yeah, because we packed. I had cheese rice cakes. I had regular chips. I had fruit snacks. I had granola bars. I had juice boxes. I was
picnic.
You got a diaper bag. You only need 1 diaper and 1 change of clothes. So
Tell me about these snacks I packed. I guess I didn't prepare my 5-year-old thoroughly enough about the snacks because, like,
put it all out there, didn't
he's like, when we're coming in, the guy who's taking our tickets, he's like, hey, we have snacks. And I'm like, oh, no, we don't. I was joking about that. There's snacks in this bag. Like,
shit, when I went yesterday, I printed my ticket out from the booth in the lobby. I walked in, and then the kid who was supposed to be taking my ticket was sitting in the ticket booth because they had the ticket booth was closed from the lobby side. They had it open in the main lobby, so like they just essentially there was no backing to it. Yeah. He was sitting in a chair playing Clash of Clans. I stood there for 2 minutes, and he never even looked up to notice me. I was like, "Hey, buddy, are you supposed to be taking this?" He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I don't care, dude. Just rip it and let me go."
Yeah, luckily my son, he knocked us out, but he knocked us out to a teenager who couldn't give a
don't give a shit.
Bro, I still buy, even though like technically I think Lily is not a child in the measurement of theaters anymore. I always buy her a kid ticket. They ain't never gonna stop me.
The most fear I'd ever seen in a teenager working at the movie theater is when they had to come into the theater and tell the people that were in the rumble chairs that weren't supposed to be there that they had to leave the rumble chairs.
Oh.
That's where you go get a manager. Fuck that shit. It ain't my place to go tell you to get out of a rumble chair.
All I ever do, because like you said, I used to, I really miss the D-box seats. But I'd be like, hey man, you're my seat. And they're like, let me see. And I'd be like, we'll do the whole trade.
Yeah.
Like, what seat you supposed to be in? What movie? I saw some movie recently, and some motherfuckers are in my seats, and I'm like, yeah, y'all in my seats. And they was like, I mean, it's seats right there. I go,
no, I paid for these. Yeah.
And they was unhappy because they had gotten comfortable, coats and everything. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I need y'all to shift down that way. And I just don't care because I pay for them hoes. That's why. But that's also why I like going to the Great North Theater. It's not assigned seats. So basically, I just send Xander running in. I go claim me 4 seats right quick, man. And he'll just run down the aisle, get to the theater, and he know where I'm at. He know my seating preferences. So it's all to the good.
Assigned seats versus non-assigned seats. It's a tough one.
I like them. I don't like them when I'm sneaking into movies. I like them when I'm paying.
There you go.
But last night we went to the Cavs game. It was so funny that you said that. So we of course there are assigned seats. Even more at the Cavs game. I was like, these are seats. This lady like, where am I supposed to sit? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Where you think you should sit at? These are seats. Like, and like we were sitting at, it's kind of crucial because like we got 2 kids who gonna fucking move around, so you need to fucking bounce.
Yeah. Like it's I don't know, dog. It's relatively easy for me. I'm just like, get the fuck about my seat.
Where am I supposed to sit?
Now here's where I get to be embarrassed by the situation. I went to my seat, kicked somebody out my seats, and sat down a bit. Somebody comes along and says, I think these are my seats. So Spider-Man pointed at Spider-Man. I'm like, hold up. Turns out,
bring it back around.
I had bought the tickets for the day before and didn't realize I bought them for the wrong day. So I went up front and they exchanged me out, nothing to it. But I got to be embarrassed and kicked out of the same seats I just kicked somebody out of. So I've had to suffer this fate too. But that wasn't
the same day.
That wasn't intentional. So it just went down like that. So I feel better about it, but still, that's how we do it. Also,
if I was you, I'd hold on to them tickets forever. Like, get out of my seats and see these seats.
You stay all the way to the end?
Yeah.
Got to see Miguel? I thought you liked Spider-Man 2099.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't know that was what we're going by. Yeah, Spider-Man vs. Spider-Man.
Yeah. I thought that was really well done. And in general, I thought, like I said, when they brought out Spider 2099, I was like, oh, this box, 2099.
That was probably
more Hispanics Spider-Man, not assimilating into American Spider-Man culture.
Probably, not even probably, the best. That part should have been in the fucking movie. That part was so good. Like, the way they touched pop culture with the Spider-Man vs. Spider-Man was super good. I just feel like this is the best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen out of all of them.
Yeah,
I like
hands
how they made fun of Spider-Man 3 with the dancing. Like, we don't talk about that.
there was talk. So the way it was supposed to happen, they was actually going to have the live action Spider-Mans, Andrew Garfield and what's his face, and Tom Holland, all get a clip and basically that when they were going through the Spider-Verses. So we actually were going to get a dose of it. They ended up going that route instead, which I think worked out better. I love the animation style. It was Lord and Miller who did the Lego movie and 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street. Those guys, they did a little bit of the Han Solo movie before they got kicked off. But what are you gonna do? So
Should have kept them on.
I like the Han Solo movie. I literally just watched it.
I know. I just heard bad things.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
I'll find out for myself.
It's also on the what you call things. You can watch it in 4K. Well, I guess whatever. So it's available in all connections that we have.
I used to not give a fuck about like HD, regular version. I switched recently from Spectrum to Uverse. God damn, there's a difference. Like Uverse regular channels look like dirt. Just flat fucking out. The regular channels look like dirt, and you gotta go 1,000. You gotta go to HD. Like it's almost hard to see. Their shit is so bad. Damn, I'm sorry, Spectrum. Like this, Spectrum's regular channels, like, of course they have the HD.
Yeah.
But my God, Uverse is so fucking trash.
Patience, man, patience.
So no, this is the plan. Spectrum. This for a year. Then after we drop that, we keep the internet, but we get get Hulu and respectively Netflix, and if we need to get it for Game of Thrones, then yeah. But man, this fucking cable thing is over with.
Sauce it good. Well, we getting around that time. Plus
How many minutes we in this time?
That's 41. So that's straight.
Ching Ching said she wants some pho. Where you gonna get that from?
You know what the deal is. I need you to get out there and review the show on iTunes and Stitcher, because these are the places where these reviews matter. So please do just that. If you feel free, give us a phone call. That phone number still exists. It is on the notes of this very podcast you're looking at. Look at the bottom of the notes that you got in your hand. It's right there. Call that number. Hit us up. You can also text that number. I didn't realize till just the other day, but if you are so inclined, send us a text message. It works.
Don't just call. Say something.
Don't send no dick pics. We mean it.
You do what you got to do, bro. But
No.
You send me a dick pic, it'll be a problem for you because it's going everywhere, far and wide.
You can't send out hate porn.
I guess that would be
porn.
Is that revenge porn? Because I didn't ask for it. What?
Still revenge porn.
All right, I won't engage in such shit. I'm looking at you real fucking crooked, dude. We out here.
Or they.
That's Lunchbox 2099. That's the real ODP. That's Tatum 216. And then it's Hero 713. You have just been podcasting, and I know you loved it because we ate cookies.
I'm gonna shit my brains out because of these fucking cookies.
I thought she only ate one.
I ate 2.
Yeah, that's plenty.
Yeah.
that is like four and a half regular cookies.
But it's gonna be smooth.
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be